Welcome back, everyone, to Global War 1914, Operation Albatross. This is the spring of 1915 for the Ottoman Empire. All right, let's go to our purchases. We're going to spend $5 on an artillery, 4 on an Ottoman guard. So that's our elite unit that we have available to us to build. And then we're going to build 3 infantry for $9. So 9 and 9 is 18. We have 18 to spend, and we have a free diplomacy roll for taking British Somaliland and holding it. So we're gonna roll for I think we're gonna go for Bulgaria. See if we can't get them over to our side. It's going to be 3 or less for that. Still looking to switch Bulgaria from our allies over to us, mostly just for the strategic objective. So if, because Bulgaria will align in the fall-winter of 1915 of this year. So if we don't end up getting them, it's not a huge deal, but it would be nice to have that extra strategic victory objective. So let's see if we can't get that. Okay, technology. We've completed defense in depth and wartime economy. So I think next on the docket is going to be improved logistics. Let's see if we can't get to stage 3 for that. All right. Improved logistics. I'm going to need a 7 or higher. And we missed with a 2. All right, we need that for our diplomacy roll. Okay, let's see if we can get a low number here for the diplo roll. For Bulgaria, 3 or less. And it's what we should have rolled for our technology, of course. All right, so no luck on either roll there. We have 1 combat, and that's going to be here in Thessaly. And we're going to take 1 infantry from Macedonia. I'm going to leave 1 behind. Artillery is going to go in from Albania along with all of our infantry. So that's going to be 7 infantry. The artillery will be attacking at a 3. 1 infantry will be boosted back up to a 2, and the other infantry will be at a 1 because we are attacking into the mountains. And then Britain has an artillery and 4 infantry. And they will all be at a 4. Okay, let's see how we do here. All right, artillery first strike at a 3 and artillery first strike at a 4. Both misses, big time. All right, Ottoman infantry, we have 7 at a 1. Hey, we got a hit. All right, I will take that. And then another infantry at a 2. Oh, almost a hit. That's a miss. All right, and then he's got 4 infantry at a 4. Oops. All right, no hits there. Still got to roll this last die. And that's a miss with a 5. Okay. He will lose. He'll lose the artillery. Okay, on to round 2. 7 infantry at a 1. And no luck that time around. 1 infantry at a 2. Nothing. And then an artillery at a 3. And wow. Big time miss. Okay. No luck that turn for the Ottomans, and then Britain's got 4 infantry at a 4. Ooh, 2 hits. Ouch. Okay, We're going to lose 2 infantry. Okay. On to the final round. We now have 5 infantry at a 1. No hits. Got 1 infantry at a 2. Oh, nice, a hit. All right. And then an artillery at a 3. And that's a big time miss. Okay, and he's back to 4 at a 4. And he does get a hit. All right, 1 for 1 that time. So Britain will lose an infantry. He'll be down to 3. And he will retain Thessaly, and then we will lose another infantry. And that will place us down to having a total of, let's see, 5. And we're still entrenched in Albania with 5 infantry because we do have defense in depth. We're the only country that has defense in depth, so we only need 4 to form a trench line. Okay. Our only other combat move is going to be to take a camel and take French Somaliland. And that will give us another free diplomacy roll if we can hold it for next turn. All right, so I will put the diplomacy roll back up on the board. At least for now. Okay, non-combat moves. We need to reinforce northern Iraq and see if we can't push the British out down here in the south. We're going to take an artillery down into southern Iraq. We're going to rail an artillery to southern Iraq. Unfortunately, we can't really reinforce anything in the Balkans because we don't have a supply path. We don't have any transports because they all got, the one that we did have got sunk. Let's see. Yeah, we only have 1 rail move, which kind of sucks. Let's see. What else do we want to do? Let's just shift these guys down. So an infantry is going to come down to southern Iraq. This guy's going to come over to eastern Anatolia. So I'm basically going to leave him there and add a chip to this guy. And then 1 infantry from Constantinople will come over to Anatolia. I think we'll do it that way. Okay, now we can place down some units. An artillery will go down into Constantinople. An Ottoman guard. Can elite units, I think they have to go, yeah, I think elite units have to go in home country. Do they have to go? I want to put them down in Eastern Anatolia. I want to check and make sure that I can do that. Yes, mountain infantry built in home country. Okay, so we're just going to place them straight up into Eastern Anatolia. And 1 infantry is going to go into Anatolia. That will consume that manpower slot. And then our final 2 infantry will go into Constantinople. Okay. All right, let's see how much bonus wartime income that we get. Got to roll for that. And we get a 7. Our wartime income bonuses for just about everybody has been pretty mediocre. I guess it could be worse, so not complaining. Looking at 7, so the Ottoman base is going to be 10. And so add 7 to that, we'll end up with 17. And we spent every last dollar that we had in the bank, so we will collect 17 and have 17 for next turn. And that will do it for the Ottomans. Next up will be Russia. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, take it easy. Bye for now.